Fallout 4 upcoming mods, a series that goes through tons of different cycles. Sometimes it gets posted daily, other times it goes a few weeks without seeing a new episode. Obviously this series, more so than even some of my others, is dependent on content, and as of late we've been getting a lot of work in progress content. A lot of people are getting out of high school now, a lot of people are actually graduating high school in the modding community, and of course everyone is home for summer and now getting into like, alright, I've been home for a month, maybe I should start doing something. Regardless, we got a really good episode for you guys. I think a lot of content in this video you guys will greatly enjoy. With all that being said, we'll just jump straight into it. So starting things off, we have a pretty interesting one. This is going to be called The Lost Vault. It's a work in progress mod by Spiffy Sky Trooper. This is a mod author you have definitely heard of, or at least heard of his work. He's made a ton of the visual and environment overhauls. I think some of his most popular mods are like the Dust Bowl overhaul, Rust Belt Flora, Regrowth overhaul, etc, etc. He really does a great job and contributes a ton to the community. The images you're seeing right now are pretty interesting. I'm not too sure the scope of this mod. The description he does give is forgotten and withered a vault sits in the glowing sea. Its occupants are long gone, but their presence still remains. Those who are not feral wander the vault halls in other ways. So it seems like it's going to be something to do with ghosts, at least that's the vibe I do get from this. It obviously is meant to give off a bit of a spooky feel, and I definitely think it looks pretty interesting. I'm curious as to how this black and white aspect works. Is this just for the images? Is it going to be kind of another ENB overhaul? Or maybe I think what would be kind of cool is as you enter the vault, something goes on and you get haunted or something like that, and you could only see in black and white. I think that'd be a pretty interesting gameplay mechanic and something very different than what we have right now. All around, again, this is a very talented mod author. Whatever he's working on, you should be excited for. I definitely know I am. So we have another new mod by Toomba Jamba. This time it's going to be a new combat armor, not a combat power armor, just a normal everyday armor. As you can see, this one is looking pretty interesting. It's very akin to his other Liberty Prime power armor he is working on. They definitely have a lot of similarities in them, especially with the helmet. It almost looks identical to the previous one. Regardless, it definitely is looking pretty cool. This again looks like a armor that is more meant to be kind of a heavy armor, similar to the B-35C. Fallout 4 is definitely a game with a lot of outfit mods, not so much armor mod, so it would definitely be a welcome addition. All around, it's looking pretty cool. Again, this is another talented mod author that has produced a ton of content for us in the past, and it seems like he is only now just jumping back into modding, so I'm pretty excited to see what this turns out to be. Okay, so this one isn't technically a mod. I'm not even sure if this mod author has any intention to release it, but it was too good not to cover. It looks like he's more or less building a thing called Junktown in Starlight. So obviously Starlight is pretty much one of the biggest and widest open lot settlements. And as you can see by whatever images I use, he has a ton more on Nexus, so I'll have those linked below. It looks really fucking cool. The reason I wanted to cover this is hopefully I could influence this guy to actually put this in transfer settlements. This is something I would love to have in my game. This is the kind of content I wish shipped with Fallout 4, and honestly a few months ago when transfer settlements was first being released, this was the kind of stuff I was hoping for. We have some pretty cool settlements that you can download right now, but this one is definitely something I want in my game. Again, I have links down below. I definitely recommend you guys check this out because it does look extremely promising, and he is posting a ton of really good quality content surrounding this. So we do have some of the animations for the AUG. I did show you guys a bit of this in the previous episode, or maybe that was 2 episodes ago now. But at the same time, there was animations released. These are work in progress by War Daddy. The AUG itself isn't by War Daddy. There's actually a lot of people working on this. But the animations, again, are going to be by War Daddy. They look very good. And actually, one thing I really want to commend him on is they look very custom. Like, there's a lot going on with these animations. Lifting up the gun, the way he pulls back and releases the charging handle. Again, it's a very kind of hectic animation, I guess, but it's very smooth and quickly done. So often with custom animations, I feel like mod authors get a little out of hand, I guess, and make them a bit too long, and then when you actually have to use the gun over long periods, it kind of begins to draw on, because although the reload looks so good, it really takes a long time to do compared to some of the other weapons. This does not suffer from that problem. It looks great and it's done very quickly, which I really like to see. The AUG one is definitely turning into a very promising weapon, and I'm really excited to see what it's like when I get my own hands on it. So we do have a new AKM. This is going to be by a mod author called N. Gabber. He's actually a very kind of novice mod author. He's only really just now getting into the scene. He did make one mod, Visible Weapons Extended, which basically makes it so FX0X01's mods can actually be used with visible weapons. Well, now he is working on his own AK. He actually says there's a few different attachments for this. You could have different stocks, different magazines, as well as a legendary version that has all that tape on it that you did see before. There's also going to be a bayonet that you can have on the weapon or just use as a normal melee weapon. All around, it's looking very promising. It definitely looks like a cool gun and something, again, I'm excited to check out. So we're just going to wrap it up for this one. As always, I do hope you guys enjoyed. I thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments down below which of the mods I did show you was your favorite. But with that, we'll just see you all next time. Later.